Before I begin, just a quick few mentions. Yesterday, I posted a new blog on the mafia and its favorite island, the Dominican Republic. So if you enjoy reading, go to Sitdownnews.com and check it out. I also posted in the community section where viewers can leave their questions to be answered in an upcoming video. If you have a question, there's still time. Okay, regarding my last video, which basically speaks about if anyone gave up the apartment above the Ravenite or not. And there was a great deal of feedback, all appreciated, but I found one viewer's response that offered the most probable answer, and I'll read it. According to Howard Blum's 1993 book, Gangland, How the FBI Broke the Mob, Blum's account is that in the summer of 1989, after so little productive or incriminating taps inside the Ravenite, Bruce Mao himself reanalyzed all his intelligence reports, noting some threads that had previously not been connected. There was a DA, apparently an unofficial criminal informant who was not paid, in contrast to a CI, who had heard a rumor that Gotti had a place, maybe in an apartment, where he conducted important meetings. It was in Little Italy, he thought, but was unsure. Another DA had also, in passing, made a reference to an apartment. Shortly after becoming boss, Gotti met with representatives of the Philadelphia Bruno family. The meeting had taken place, the DA reported, in an unknown apartment. Mao had always assumed the apartment was in Philadelphia, but now he was no longer sure. On April 26, 1989, when Tommy Gambino was arrested on state charges, Gambino quickly made bail and then hurried to meet with Gotti. The meeting, according to Scuttlebutt, had been in an apartment somewhere. Mao then went back to the Ravenite surveillance tapes and logs for that day and confirmed that Tommy Gambino had entered the club but was never recorded leaving through the Ravenite door. Mao deduced that Gambino had left through the tenement building door that the FBI was not logging, and the apartment had to be in the Ravenite building. A year earlier, at Mike Sorelli's funeral, the FBI overheard a direct order from Gotti to Norman DuPont, one of the caretakers at the Ravenite, and Sorelli's nephew, to change the locks on the club and the Sorelli apartment. It was given no thought at the time, but in retrospect, Mao deduced that of all the apartments in the building, the Sorelli apartment must be the meeting place. So there is a deductive explanation for the FBI finding the right spot that does not require direct information from a high-level CI. If the FBI had a better CI, they would have started taping the Sorelli apartment a lot earlier. Another point is from the FBI perspective. The authorizing judge was pressing Mao to come up with something from the Sorelli tap or terminate it. It was only tapped from Thanksgiving, November 1989, to March of 1990. Gotti was not actually in the apartment that much. Only 6 hours of the tapes were submitted into evidence. So it almost did not work out for the FBI, if not for the fact that Gotti spoke about the murders, as well as his administration. In one of my conversations with Dom Trusello, he mentioned how much heat they had downtown while Gotti was there, and said something to the effect of, "We always had heat down there, but whenever that guy was at the club, there were agents everywhere, and everybody complained about it." Keep in mind, when the bug was installed, it was late November in New York, where the weather can dip into the 40s and 30s. So rather than go for a walk talk, Gotti preferred sitting in Mrs. Sorelli's apartment, where it was nice and warm, and have incriminating conversations there, to the FBI's delight.